leftover fuel. I want to make sure we burn up.
You're spilling.
Yeah, that's all right. It won't evaporate.
I guess it's true. It is alcohol. Straight E85 from the jug behind me.
Yep.
Which is that. The Go Fast stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll fill her up, and I guess we'll go.
All right.
Timmy's gonna try it out. We got him on about 700 wheel right now.
All right, whatever you say, man.
You ready, man?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, I don't have to push it all the way, dude. You know.
You're gonna have fun. Rotary, man. You're gonna get the taste.
Which one's up? Which one's down? Really? I don't know. Oh my God. Right side's up. That's up. That's down. The arrow's up. Use the clutch for downshifts. Just to be safe. Use the clutch on the upshifts until you're ready to hit it. Remember, it's fast. It's not all the way up, but it's got some power. It makes you lose some height. That's right, dude.
Yeah.
Can't reach it.
Alright, so the key is you gotta use the clutch in and out, unless you're gonna be moving. Right? Just use the clutch, it's okay. You got it. That's it. Just have to feel it.
Fuck right off of that thing.
What do you, for real, tell me about it.
Dude.
Tell me about it. What was it like?
Let's talk about it when we get back to the unit, man. Let's get back
Dude,
home.
I can't even hold the phone
Let's get
straight.
back
I'm shaking
home,
so.
dude, and like not go to jail.
It's the top. I told you it sneaks up on the last 1,000 RPMs, dude.
What year is this, man?
It's a 93.
93.
Yes, sir.
Bro, you want something to drink or something, dude?
Yeah, I do actually.
You want a water or a soda?
Hey, I know y'all need something.
Yeah. Fuck.
It was good, right?
Yeah, it's fucking fast, dude.
I saw when you hit those nitrogen.
Yeah.
I said, let's look at this motherfucker go.
Yeah.
You built this?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Man, you the man.
I appreciate it.
You work over here?
No, I don't. No, I work downtown, but.
I made a lot of noise.
Very happy to figure in town.
Everybody seems to like it, man. Like everybody that like saw us was waving and smiling, and you know, like they all enjoyed it.
Hey, you did a good job, by
Thanks,
the way.
man. Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Already committed. See? No clutch, a little bit of clutch. More gas, believe me. Sometimes it's complicated. See how smooth that is? That's pretty smooth. Just gotta get used to it.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Tim Nevins, local mechanic, local drifter. Very amateur fabricator, and I just drove this car today for the very first. Well, actually, it isn't the first time, but the first time on this setup, on the full Monty. And let me tell you, it's a fucking animal.
So Tim is a two-stroke guy.
Yes, I have many dirt bikes, or many motorcycles, a lot of dirt bikes, but all my motorcycles, I have 6 of them now. They're all 2 strokes except for my Harley.
So
And
when we first left, you felt the overlap when you were at the low RPM.
yeah, and it's just like launching like my RD350 or you know, a heavily modified, heavily ported 2-stroke. You just have to go. You have to get it. And it does have a heavy clutch in it, which I like, by the way. I actually make my clutches stiffer with, like, you know, master cylinder and slave cylinder combinations. So to me, I like the clutch, but yeah, it is a handful. It just is what it is. It kind of is the name of the game when you have something like this. You can't, you know, put a fucking XZE from Rock Auto in it. It's just going to die. So
Yeah, so most of the time when people first drive the car, they stall it the very first time, and that's because the idle's so high and the first gear is kind of tall. So you either have to go or not go because the idle speed equates to like a 20-mile-an-hour wheel speed. So if you let out the clutch and you're not doing over 20, clunk.
yeah, you've got to get it.
That's
and
right,
Get
yep.
down the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now you got it, man. You're ready to rip.
I've driven recently some pretty fast cars, like blown Mustangs and crazy Vets and Camaros.
What's the difference? You drove that 1,000 horsepower supercharged
Mustang.
Yeah, what do you feel is the difference between
That one
a
had
big V8 blower engine versus this? What do you feel?
the V8 blower engine obviously just had torque everywhere, but it was just kind of boring, you know. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that whole car is boring. I'm just saying, like, you know, after a while you're gonna get used to that. This is so smooth and linear. You know, they say rotaries don't make torque, but we were going up a pretty steep grade in 5th gear at 2,500 RPM at like 12% throttle input, and it didn't. They just ate it up. It didn't care. Granted, we've got 4 fucking rotors, so it's a big motor. It's got power everywhere, but it's not. It doesn't kick you in the fucking chest until about $8 grand. You know, when you rev it out to about 92, and from there, that little area way up top, it's pretty bad.
That's
ass.
the
You know what I'm
port.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the port.
But if you know, even if you just get in it, 5th gear at $4 grand, $5 grand. I mean, yeah, it moves. It's gonna cover more ground. The sequential, the coffee, works really well. The only thing I don't like about it is, like, in traffic. Now, granted, this is a race car, so let's be, you know, not too critical about what we're talking about here. In traffic, you can't be in 5th and then go straight to neutral. You have to downshift, downshift, downshift.
That is a
downshift.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, and then, you know, you got the gated button to get into and out of neutral.
Yep.
The gatekeeper, as I like to call it. That is kind of a pain, but this wasn't built to sit in traffic.
Yeah, you could get rid of that button, but I'm afraid that if you accidentally bang into first gear, not paying attention,
I wouldn't, I wouldn't do that. I would keep the gatekeeper button.
Yeah,
it sticks out so much that you do have to be careful. And the other thing is, it sounds like it's doing 1,000,000 miles an hour, even when it's just idling. It sounds like an F1 car. So if people don't understand that, they think you're hauling ass, and you're not. But that's what it sounds like.
Hell yeah, dude.
But beyond that, the only other thing I would criticize, and it's something that we just can't have in this car due to packaging reasons, is power steering.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
It's just like any other non-power steering car. Once you're moving, it's fine. But
so, what was your impression also in terms of like the weight? Like, a lot of people think that maybe putting this engine in the car totally ruins the feel. How did you feel about the weight when you're obviously you weren't cornering it hard?
Yeah, I mean, we did a couple of good on-ramp corners and stuff. I didn't think it was that bad. Now, granted, we've also added a lot of weight in the back.
Yeah, that's true. And we're corner balanced.
Yeah, we're corner balanced with the corner balancing stuff right there. I think it handled pretty good. I'm an S13 guy at heart, and I've got a couple other cars that I think handle okay. I like S13s, the most, but that's just me, my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I've been in FDs, stock FDs-ish, or stock-ish. I guess there's none that are really stock anymore. And they handle great. This car handles good. It just has way more power. You know what I'm saying? It has it goes faster. It stops harder. It's everything times 10. It's a RX7 on steroids.
Well, I appreciate you driving it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
You're just you're like the most something that is hard to get across to people, and it's nothing against folks, but a lot of folks lack what I call mechanical sympathy.
Oh yeah,
and
like
that's just
taking it easy on it, understanding how things work, so you're not banging the clutch and tearing up the dogs.
And I think your motorcycle racing background, especially dirt bike skills, teaches you mechanical sympathy. Because if you get on one of those things and you're just you don't have finesse, you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, I think it's lacking in the amateur drifting world. Mechanical sympathy. There's this thing that's like, it doesn't make you cool to beat the shit out of your car. To me anyway. If that's what you want to do, you can go ahead and do that, but you're not winning any beauty points for me or any respect.
Well, you can also do something effectively, smoothly.
Yes.
You can do the same thing. You can drive the car smoothly and with smooth inputs and outputs. It can be just as effective as it is. You don't have to dump the clutch and mash the throttle. Easing on and off and easing into the brakes. I mean, just about being smooth. Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel. I think that's the key to driving something with big overlap is to be smooth, because otherwise you're going to be brapping all around and you can beat yourself up.
It doesn't matter if it's
and it's the same thing too. Like, I see people get in and out of their cars. They slam their doors, or they don't pay attention to their keys. You know what I'm saying? And you're like the most like aware, when it comes around cars and stuff. And I think that's from your background. I mean, shit, you gotta.
I don't know where it comes from. Man.
This dude has 11 vehicles. We're gonna review some more of his cars and bikes. Yeah, and you guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna see what's up, man.
But yeah, man, this thing's a monster. I can't wait for Brian. I will say, Brian, brother, dude, you can have it on the track. It's yours, dude. Like. I'm good.
Brian's badass too, man.
Brian is the man that needs to drive this thing.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the review.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're gonna take this thing out to Barber here shortly.